So traditionally, organizations have relied on logging and monitoring as an abstract of collecting logs from various sources, putting them into some sort of aperture today, typically known as a SIM, to collect those logs and then make correlations from them on very basic concepts. Or in some cases, these SIMs would have out of the box capabilities for taking those logs and finding insights inside them that were worth alerting on. Modern SecOps is making a jump forward by looking at not just these logs individually, but looking at the experience of the process of how business is actually executed across the systems that are capable of logging, and then collecting more than just security logs, but looking at logs that define business processes, and then using those in addition to create greater context on how the business is executed or put to risk. Modern SecOps today is really a motion toward maturing your log collection capabilities and correlating logs that are more than just security, so that you gain advantages for understanding how business is conducted and where risk occurs across the business in more than just security contexts. Traditional approaches collect logs from various sources across the infrastructure of an organization. So that might be firewalls, endpoint detection products, it could be your DLP services. In a more modern or advanced model, it's not just those technologies, but it's technologies like perhaps devices that drive business automation, things that are inside your human resources, insights from your sources of truth about how your workers conduct their business day to day, collecting all of that to give a more complete picture so that when we look at the way that the business is conducted, we can see attackers inside that business information as it moves through the organization. Organizations today suffer from an overabundance of having too many logs to sort through, and their challenges are really to understand what logs are most useful to them. And in doing so, making sure that they understand what insights inside those logs are most useful to them. In a modern SecOps environment, those logs, the sizes and depths and granularity of them should not matter. It's really the speed and capability of how they're processed and correlated, and then alerts are drawn from those to provide security operations teams with insights about what really truly matters and finding unique signals to them about the way their business operates and finding how the attackers might be hidden inside that. Certainly, training becomes a huge issue for a lot of organizations to make sure that their analysts understand the reasons and the systems that are behind a modern SecOps infrastructure. Traditionally, these systems have been SIMs, they've been log aggregation, they've been working directly out of the consoles of individual platforms. In a modern SecOps world, that integration will be that these individual analysts will have tools to them that bring insights out at higher speed with greater context and require less forensic follow through. So in organizations where these analysts have to adopt this tool usage, there is a need for them to have some training. In addition to that, there is a step up in the tooling complexity and the technologies that are built to support these different technology spaces. So there is some investment that's required, but it's really on a case-by-case basis of understanding what clients need in order to accomplish goals based on what their business does, not specifically what it is that an attacker might do. Modern SecOps' biggest challenges today are that AI and the advent of its ability to enable people with no technological skill to enter the attack world and take purchase on organizations' weaknesses or find ways to attack them will broaden the attack horizon dramatically. Organizations will have to deal with a greater pressure from the outside world and find ways to sort out that information and that log content from normal business. In doing so, there will be also the risk that the AI world enables their own employees to take advantage of some of the things that AI can do for them. In doing so, organizations enable their own employees in some cases to use AI in ways that are perhaps hazardous for the organization. That includes sensitive information being submitted to large public repositories or otherwise exposing trade secrets or business processes to the world in a way that they probably would not want to.